Hi there everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal and in this video I am going to be doing a Bohemian inspired dresser. I started out with this solid oak piece. It was in pretty poor condition. Somebody had already started filling where the missing veneer was. There was lots of cigarette burns and everything like that. First, I cleaned the piece really well. Then I sanded it using an 80 grit sandpaper and my orbital sander. I sanded the drawers all the way to bare wood, and on the top and the sides, I just kind of scuff sanded it because I had planned on painting that anyways. So I did not need to go all the way down to the bare wood. I just needed to scuff up my surface enough to make for a good adhesion for my paint. I am using a custom mix stain on the drawer. I'm just using a cut up t-shirt as a rag to apply my stain. I try and go with the grain whenever possible. When I was done with my first color, custom color of stain, I went over it with a Varathane brand stain color called Roanoke just to deepen the color a little bit. It was a little bit too white and I wanted something a little bit more darker. You can almost see like an oval discoloration right smack dab in the middle of the drawers. I'm not certain if there had been some type of applique there in the past that caused the discoloration, but my solution for kind of minimizing that and covering that up will be using the Redesigned by Prima stamps. Look at that, you guys. Smoke and mirrors. A friend of mine who refinishes furniture, has been refinishing furniture forever, taught me that little colored pencil trick. It's amazing. Can hardly tell it was ever missing veneer. Okay, so I guess I will move on to the next part. This is the color I'm planning on using. And I want to do these stencils, or stamps, I keep calling them stencils, on the drawers. Never used stamps before, so this is going to be new to me. Alright, I guess I will start by painting it. Okay, so I put on a coat of the sea salt color and I wasn't sure about it, so I went ahead and tried my stencil or stamp. I went ahead and tried my stamp to see if I wanted to continue with this paint color, and now that I have the stamp on, I feel like I really like how it looks with the color. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I did this. Okay, so these stamps are from Redesign with Prima. I took some white chalk paint and I just had the Kilts brand on hand and some lime wash glaze, and I mixed them together. So I just had a little bit more working time. The glaze will help prevent things from drying so fast. I'm taking a brayer. I put it on, it came with this like clear sheet. So I put some of the paint onto this clear sheet. And then I took my brayer. Actually, I think I'm gonna need a little bit more. And I'm just rolling it out. So the first time I did it, I did not put enough paint on my stamp. So I was thinking a little bit was gonna go a long way, but you need to make sure you put enough paint on, or else you're just gonna have a really super light image. If you want a light image, then don't put so much paint onto the stamp. So here I am adding my paint. So make sure you get a lot on there. Make sure you cover all of the surface. Okay. Okay, so I want my stamp to be right in the middle, so I measured it out. So the middle is 15.5 because the drawer is 31 inches. Okay, so this part is nerve-wracking. I did mark off where the top of the little things go, these little top of the stamp, and this is so nerve-wracking. And just lay it on there. I don't feel like that's even. Let's see what happens when I pull it off. So make sure you press down everywhere. Yeah, I can already tell this is not even. I don't have it all the way to the bottom. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it over. Get a wet washcloth. Get your wet washcloth. Wipe it off. All right. Let's try this again. Middle. Okay, that looks better. Make sure you press everything down. I like to hold on one side and then press so I'm not accidentally pushing and smearing my image. Make sure you push down all the little spots. All right, let's see what happens. Ah, I love it so much better. All right, I'm going to continue on with the rest of it. I am using Fusion Mineral Paint Hemp Oil to seal everything. I'm just squirting it on some cut up rags that I have, old t-shirts, and just kind of buffing it on. It's really easy to do. Hemp oil is really nice because it actually seals in the pores and in the wood grain versus just sealing on top of the surface. I really love the sheen that it gives, and the wood looks so natural. It doesn't even look like it has a sealer on it. The feel and everything. It's a really nice finish. After about 30 minutes of your first coat, you can wipe off any excess. And then if you want to apply a second coat, wait 2 hours in between before you apply your second coat. Hemp oil takes about 30 days to cure and harden completely. It's also a great option as it is an all natural product. It is not a chemical product. If you are looking for something that might be chemical free and environmentally friendly. Okay, guys, so for my paint, I'm going to also seal it with um, hemp oil. I'm going to use a sanding sponge, and I am going to load my sanding sponge up with the oil and then buff it in like that. No, this looks terrifying. Like I'm completely changing the color, but it dries and it dries clear. It just has a natural greenish tint to it. So that is why it is kind of looking like it's changing the color. So I'm using this sanding sponge to apply it, but that is not necessary. You can just use a rag, a cut up t-shirt. The reason I am using is the sanding sponge is to kind of like kill two birds with one stone. I'm applying my sealer as well as kind of smoothing out my surface as well. Doing it this way also helps keep any dust particles from escaping into the air because I'm sort of wet sanding in a sense. If you plan on applying your hemp oil this way, I would recommend waiting a full 24 hours for your paint to dry and get some curing time in before you do use a sanding sponge to buff in your hemp oil. The drawer slides on this dresser were extremely, I guess, just dried and worn down. So I took some candle wax and I rubbed it all in on the drawer slides, all around the bottom of the drawer itself, around the whole edge of the drawer, and anywhere that the drawer was going to touch the dresser while it was sliding in and out. And this just kind of sort of lubricates it so that it makes it open and close easily. And also because I'm using Japanese cherry blossom candle wax, it smells amazing. I did also use Howard's Feed and Wax on the inside of the drawers, and that just kind of helps clean them up and condition them and just makes them look amazing and smell great. And I just love the stuff. So that is it, you guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think about my Bohemian inspired dresser. I think it turned out really nice. I really loved it. I love the whole process of using the stamps. It was super fun and I hope you can try it. Thanks so much for watching and I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye.